Welcome back to Inspired by JimmyL, a platform that is used to inspire you to be the best version of yourself. Yes, I've been featured in Forbes. I have interviewed several account-verified guests. I have even been a brand ambassador for a billion-dollar company. But you know what, honey? You are my inspiration to keep this show going. We are not here pleading for ratings and reviews. We are here to encourage you. So please be sure to subscribe and share every single episode. Don't hold the opportunity to inspire someone else.
And so, oh my gosh. But speaking of that and your mentors, I'm so thankful for them as well, for them being in your life. In your adult life, do you still live by their practice where you're making sure that you keep mentors at your side?
Absolutely. I keep in contact with my mentors all the time. Like, literally, I called my mentor actually this past week to say, I'm entering into an oratorical contest. Can you listen to my
entering into a what?
Oratorical contest.
What is that?
It's like where you compete with giving a speech.
Oh, I'm like, wait a second. Okay. I was like, what? I'm like, I'm lost. Okay. I'm one of those slow people here at the moment. So
I don't think
you got to help us out now. But you compete with giving speeches or presentations?
So it's like a certain amount of people that enter into the contest, you apply, then you make it to a semifinals. And so I was kind of like, hey, can you listen to my speech real quick to see how I sound? How does it sound? Give me your critique. Give me your roses. Roses are what's good about it. And so I could call him anytime and set up. And I know that he's never, ever, ever forsaken me when it comes to when I need him or when he has a question for me. We have that open relationship where we can talk about literally anything. And so I believe in keeping those mentors around. And I would be, hold on, wait. I gotta protect myself because I would be wrong if I didn't mention two people in my life that helped me grow with the mindset of it. Well, with the emotional maturity that I have now. And two of those people, three actually: Joseph Van Jones, my grandmother Ollie Reeves, and my grandfather Eugene Reeves. Those three people helped me when it came to dealing with my emotions, because I didn't really know how to handle emotions. I never really had time to. We were shuffling trying to make it, so emotions wasn't really in the picture.
Yeah.
But those three people helped me, come to that emotional
survival mode. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it would be wrong of me if I didn't mention that.
Speaking of that, so the mentors that you have in your life now, do you have multiple mentors that's currently assisting?
I do. Mm-hmm.
You do?
Yeah, I do. But I have two that's at the forefront. And that's Angelica and Duran. They're at the forefront of everything. But I do have mentors that I can call on for anything. I still have Mr. Alton's number. I can call him hey, I got an interview coming up. It's in finance. Can you help me out? Good thing I ain't got to do it no more. But if it comes up.
Well, okay. So speaking of mentors, the Brother and Sisters Improvement Club, are you still a part of that at all, or how is that working now?
So I kind of leave that into the reins of who's there. So I believe in I'm still the founder. So if you have any questions, I'm still open. Things of that sort. And I'm still trying to spread it to different schools. But at the point where I'm just over it, I leave them to be creative, because the time that I was there might not be the same issues that are occurring now. So it would be, I will be imposing the concept of where I was then in the school, the environment that I was in, and it's a different time now. I don't believe that I don't believe that I don't have the knowledge that the person would have of what's going on in the school. So I leave them to kind of run the organization.
Man, your growth and self-awareness is freaking amazing. It's almost scary. That is almost kind of scary because, because I even think that I would probably struggle with that. I feel like I would, if I was the founder, I feel like I would still want to have my hands in it, my reins over what is happening versus allowing it to evolve into what it was truthfully meant to be. And that was to be mentored by someone that is obviously right there with you. So I really, oh, wow. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. That would throw me off. Wow. Okay. So obviously you're big at mentorship and leadership. I've seen a few things from you, especially specifically about leadership. Is there any advice that you would give to someone that is fresh, that is new or entering into leadership?
My thing is to lead. I would say my advice is to lead with compassion. A lot of people think of leadership as in like, you know, your ability to create strategies, you know, which is good, you know, and your ability, not being knowledgeable, like all of those things are good to have. But really what's going to make you an excellent leader is your ability to have compassion for other people and where they are. Because, you know, like that leads to, like, say, for instance, if I see a person that's not good in this area, so I don't choose them for the area. No, I'm going to see where you are. And then I'm going to help you grow into that part if that's something that you're interested in. But I'm not going to just completely not negate that you can't do that. Like, I believe anybody has the ability to grow and do what they want to do. You just have to be willing to teach them. You know, people are willing to learn if you be able to teach them. And also, second thing is with compassion, you know, it makes you more relatable. It makes you more interpersonal with people. And when you're leading people. And I think I think a lot of times people don't, they forget that aspect of leadership, right? Like they think organization, people, but the most important thing to leadership is making sure that you're able to lead people well. And so I would say, you know, lead with compassion, lead with your heart.